Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 81 of Ask Vidas and Ausra podcast. And today's question was sent by Alan. He writes, Hello Vidas and Ausra. This is a very interesting problem that Vince describes and one I can empathize with. By the way, when Vince had a problem that when he makes a mistake, he really cannot hear it. Basically, he might play a piece of music, but mistakes elude him, especially in inner voices. So, Alan writes further, in my case, I seem to be somewhat dyslexic between my feet and my left hand, which is to say, when I make a mistake, I often find that I have confused the left hand or tenor and pedal or bass lines. Somehow I am reading the bass line, but the instructions are being carried out by my left hand, it says, instead of my feet, and vice versa. I have to stop, recognize what is happening, and mentally reassociate parts with hands and feet in order to continue. It is frustrating, but I do believe that the right sort of exercises or training can improve independence of motion and strengthen the linkage between parts and hands and feet. I have tried to develop a few such exercises myself, but I haven't had very much success in eradicating the problem yet. I continue to enjoy and benefit from your daily postings. Thanks and keep up the good work. Regards, Alan from Australia. So, what do you think, Ausra? In my opinion, this problem that Alan experiences has to do with hand and feet coordination.
That's right. And this problem, I think, most of the organists that were early stage of the practice, as a beginner organist, encounters this problem. Very few can escape it.
Especially right-handed ones.
Yes, especially right-handed ones.
So when we were beginners, remember 20 years ago or more, we had a fairly good background in piano playing, and then pedals came along with the organ. And our teachers gave pieces to play with the organ. How did you feel with the left hand and feet combinations, reading three staves?
Actually, very bad at the beginning. I just remember that always, my left hand wanted to play the same. Actually, my left hand wanted to double the pedals.
Yeah, that's for me too.
And I remember in one piece I had to play like a passage up with my left hand, and at the same time my feet had to move down, and I could not do that. It just seemed like my brain is divided into two parts.
That's very natural, right? Because we have to understand what's happening in our brains then. When we pick up a new instrument like the organ, which has an extra part, solo part, pedal part, which is like a third hand, by the way, our brain has to develop new neural pathways, basically, which are not there. It's like riding a bicycle for the first time, right? You stumble,
Yes.
You fall, you trip, and then you get better a little bit, and then you still fall and trip many times, but less with practice.
Yes. And of course, in this case, I think every person is different. For somebody it might come very easy, and somebody may not even encounter such problems, but for some it might be a real big problem, and it might take a lot of time to make it work.
Well, exactly, because as you say, some people can manage coordination and doing several tasks at once in their brain, right? uh, like talking and driving, but others cannot really concentrate on talking or on driving. They have to do separate things at the same time, unless they are very good at this.
And
So
it might be even gender thing at some point, because I think that women can multitask better than men.
why is that?
I don't know. It's because of a brain.
Evolution.
I don't think it's because of evolution, but
I've heard it's because of evolution, because women had to take care of many things at the same time.
yes, but also women just have more neuron connection in their brains.
Ah, that's right, perhaps. But because of that kind of evolution, maybe they have more neural pathways, right?
Yes, it could be, but I also encountered this coordination problem at the beginning as a beginner organist, and I struggled with it for a while. But you just have to be patient, and you have to practice in slow tempo, and you have to work in different combinations. There is no easy way, to overcome this problem. There is no like magic, stick that would solve all your problems right away.
You maybe feel better when we say that we also had to overcome this challenge in our beginner days, right? When we were just starting to play the organ, we also played lines with our feet, but in our minds it got mixed up with the left hand, and vice versa.
Yes.
It's normal.
And I wonder how left-handed do we have the same problem with right-handed pedal? I never heard about it.
Oh, guys, if any of you who are listening to this discussion is or are left-handed, please write to us. What's your beginning experience with pedals in left-hand combination? Maybe it's easier for you than for right-handed people. I don't know. We are both right-handed.
Yes. But it's good because after a while practicing organ, when most of the domestic things that you have to do, you can do with your both hand, because sort of you have both your hands well developed.
Not only hands, you can also pick up things with your feet.
No, I'm not doing that.
I do pick up erasers and pencils all the time with my feet. Yes, I cannot really write with my feet yet, but I'm trying. So guys, this was fun. We hope that this was useful to you. Please don't feel discouraged and frustrated, because everybody is suffering from this at the beginning. You just have to, go over that dip of frustration and continue to the other side.
It will get easier in time.
Exactly. And of course, if you want other exercises which could facilitate, then of course regular organ music definitely works, right? Because left hand and pedal part are definitely different and varied in many cases. They don't double usually each other. And if you want extra exercises, you can take a look at our organ playing master course level 1, where we have exercises for lefts, for rights, for right hand and left hand alone, and pedals alone. That's the beginning stage. Once you can do this correctly, you can easily go to the left hand training, I would say, Ausra.
Yes.
Remember, this training has all 6 trio sonatas by Bach, transposed in many various keys, and you can practice for left hand and feet, left hand combination alone, and right hand alone, and pedals alone. That's the next stage after organ playing master course level 1. Once you get through this, then the next stage would be two-part training, which also deals with trio sonatas in different keys, but then you have those two-part combinations which Alan is struggling with. And obviously these exercises from trio sonatas could help you improve your hand and feet coordination enormously. Okay, please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow as an organist. This was Vidas.
And Ausra.
And remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.